Hey, YouTubers. I haven't made a video for a while. I've been on TikTok. I was doing Sister-in-Law Chronicles. And it doesn't give you enough time on TikTok. And I'm wasting my time. I'm going to do it on here. I don't talk to my husband's 3 sister-in-laws. I'm going to give you the whole lowdown. This is a new video for me. I was so happy when I first got married. I thought, wow, I got sister-in-laws. I got friends. I got somebody I can, I'm an only child. I was so excited to have them in my life. Okay? This is people dealing with everyday family drama and problems. And I want you guys to know you can relate. I understand. If anybody's got any questions, give me a like, a thumbs up. Write me, please. We'll talk about it. Because I've been through the frickin' ringer and back, okay? I have been through hell and back with these 3 sisters. I started off, I wanted to do anything for them, to be friends. I didn't expect to hang on people or be in their life every minute. Once in a while, be part of a family, right? So anyways, where do I begin? Okay, the 3 sisters, there's the oldest one, the middle one is the most problem. No, actually the youngest one is the most problem. And she's nothing but a problem maker. So let me give you, for instance, okay, when I first got married to my husband, my nieces, there's 3 of them. They're good kids. They're good kids. I got nothing, especially the oldest. Wonderful girl. Wonderful girl. Wonderful girl. Okay, so we wanted to be in their lives, right? Okay. So, anyways, I'm trying to get this all straight in my head to say to you guys. So, I started off in their life, everything, seeing them going over there. But the one sister made it so she never wanted to come over if me and her brother were there. She hated her brother as much as she hated me for what? We don't know. We have no idea what he ever did to her. I don't know what I did to her. I spent 20 years, and I'm not bullshitting you guys. It took me to get it out of my head. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I would go leave her like $100 on her porch and angel statues and write notes and say, hey, if anything I did to ever offend you, can we at least be grown adults about this and be good and act like humans for our niece's sake so we can all get along, so that doesn't make your sister, your oldest sister, feel like she has to choose when we come over or when you come over, because it was a divided family all these years, right? Come to find out, and this shit went on forever with her lunacy, the one sister, lunatic city. She blamed me that her baby died because I wrote her a letter. Who does stuff like that? It was like I wrote her a letter because her brother worked for her lunatic rip-off ex-fiancé who she almost went to prison for because he tried to screw Casper Fiore out of like $200,000. You don't do shit like that to people. So anyways, make a long story short, this shit went on, so we couldn't go over there when she was there or vice versa. It was just a mess. So I always thought my oldest sister-in-law really cared about me. Well, I was deadly wrong. When my father passed away, I would bring food over there all the time. I remember one time I brought them Chinese food, and this is 8-9 years ago. I spent $200 on Chinese food. Went to Sam's Club, brought all the plastic cups, plates. I brought them all kinds of pops, chips, and everything. And I left it all there because I wanted to do that and give it to my nieces. And I left all the food there. I was feeding their cat big whole shrimp because their cat never had anything like that. But I wanted to do. I like to do stuff for people. That's what I'm all about, right? So anyways, getting to the heart of the story, I'm trying to give you guys, for instances of some of the real awful things we've been through. We were invited over on a Thanksgiving. I forget if it was the first year after my dad passed away or the second year, okay? And we weren't going to go there, but we went there. She invited us over, so we went there, yada, yada, yada. And before that, my husband was always the grease monkey. My husband's a mechanic. He did everything for them, okay? He would fix 2 and 3 cars at a time out there. Okay, whatever, okay. And, you know, it worked both ways. They paid him pretty decent. And, you know, he helped them a lot. He really helped them a lot because they live on gravel, screwed up roads, right? So anyways, this was the first year that my husband wasn't going to have to be working like a grease monkey. He could actually eat. So they got some kind of free ham from her husband's stupid job. And we took something home for my mother-in-law, but my husband's a ham freak. But while he was there, he just kept cutting pieces off of ham. He just bought us now a honey-baked ham for Thanksgiving. We had ham and turkey. I didn't get no ham. He ate all $100 ham, pretty much by himself, and I gave the rest to the cats, my stray cats outside. So anyways, she had the nerve. I was sitting right next to my mother-in-law, and I never thought my oldest sister-in-law would do this to me. She stabbed me in the back, said we stole her ham. What the fuck? Stole your ham? What are you talking about? And saying that, you know, like we're pigs or something like that. It's the first time we really ate at her house in years because my husband, all he ever did was work at her house. Don't you think your brother deserves to sit down and eat once? Okay, that was one for instance. And then 2 big kickers. I want to hear from you guys. 2 of the biggest kickers. Well, I will not talk to his oldest sister. Well, I'm freaking done with these lunatic people. They're crazy. My husband, I was working at Lowe's. It was on a Sunday. Never forget this. He was at her house. He calls me. They're in the background saying some dumb shit. He's working on their big-ass truck. He hurt himself, right? And he hurt his arm bad, but he says, I'm going to finish it. He goes, I got blood and everything. I'm like, what? He goes, I go, just come home, go to the hospital. You know, I'm at work, right? And so come to find out, they wouldn't drive him or anything, or maybe he didn't want him to. I'm going to be fair about this. But he got to the hospital. They didn't fucking call him, see how he was. He had a broken arm. Fixed their truck with a broken frickin' arm. When I walked in that hospital, you guys, there was blood all over my husband. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Blood all over his arm, chest, everything. He broke his arm fixing his sister's truck. They didn't call me. They didn't call him. They didn't call the hospital. This is before COVID. They didn't do anything. Didn't give a fuck. Who does that? When your brother comes over there, and they knew he hurt himself bad. They didn't know that much. They didn't know the arm was broken, but they knew he hurt himself bad to drive to the hospital like that, right? Why didn't you get a call and see what happened to your brother? If he even made it to the hospital, okay. You dumb, stupid, skank bitch. Right? Okay. Ooh, I got myself dizzy because I get so mad. Okay, that's another instance. Okay. I try to forgive after that. Next big situation. She's got cancer. I felt so bad. I was crying on the phone. We were all making up. I felt so bad. My heart broke. I don't wish that on nobody, right? I took off at my job. I don't get paid for days off, right? Took off. Couple days. Come to find out, the other sister that makes trouble, that piece of trash that's a tabletop dancer, I guess said something like, well, she isn't going to come to the hospital if we're there. Like, who can't be adult enough? You don't have to love me, but be human enough, be an adult enough, have some class, have some dignity to act like a human in the hospital. You don't have to love me, but you need to know how to carry yourself in life, which they don't. They're the most insecure, ratchet sisters you've ever seen in your life. So anyways, she lied to me, said her surgery got canceled. Had my niece lie to me and everything. So I lost 2 days' work. Couldn't get paid. I guess she really did have an operation. Never found. I'm like, how is it? She wouldn't answer my calls. She totally ignored me. Totally ignored her brother. We live with her mom. Ignored her. I'm like, who says they have cancer? Then says, oh, they canceled the operation. Ignores you. Doesn't anything. Just like you don't exist. Who would do that to somebody? Because I knew she couldn't work, I had 2 garbage bags full of food and other things. Go ahead. Full of other things on. I'm on the phone.
Oh, you want me to go?
Go. Yeah, thank you. And 2 bags full of food. Sorry about that, you guys. This reject I'm working with here at work. 2 bags full of food I was going to take to her. I mean, good stuff that I was saving up and buying, getting. It was like, like pretty much all canned stuff because I knew she wasn't going to work after that. They were struggling, but it was all kinds of good stuff. Macaroni and cheeses, vegetables, and all different kind of noodles and soups and everything. I was trying to get anything and everything I could to give to them. And then you do something like that to me? How would you guys feel if that happened to you? I would like to hear something from you guys out in YouTube land. It's called about being decent, treating somebody with some respect and being decent. And I married into a family that has no effing clue how to do that. They are the most 3 insecure women you have ever seen in your life. None of them, and that's the thing, none of them get along. None of them talk. All they do is fight and argue with each other. And the oldest one said the younger one used to throw shoes at her front door. Who throws shoes at people's doors? What kind of lunatic is that one? That's the tabletop dancer one. So, anyways, I'm done. My husband called in to tell him he got a race car a couple weeks. I don't need them in my life. Sorry, you can talk to them, but I want no part of them. I don't need people that I, for 20-some years, try to reconcile, make things right, go out of my way, give them things, bust my ass, feed them, clothe them, whatever I could do, and I don't have a lot, right? To make it good, where their kids had real aunts and uncles. We did what we could. And my husband's been sick. He ain't the rightest, sharpest tool in the shed. He's had all kinds of problems, addiction problems, but I'm so proud of him now. He's been clean for 4 years. He's got his act together. He's just been awesome. God has been with us. But what would you guys do if you had to go through shit like that? Would you talk to them? I mean, you can't even talk to them because if you call them, they wouldn't answer anyways. They're that nuts. So sometimes you got to know when people are toxic and just scratch them out of your life. Because they probably would talk to me and it would last for 5 minutes. Then they'd be bashing me up behind my back. I don't need that. I'm better off by myself. I don't need that. I've had too much hurt with that. So this is for you guys out there in YouTube land. Try to make amends with people. But if people bash you and hurt you, walk away, walk away, walk away. Because you can only try so much to make things right with people. And if they won't try to hold up their end a little bit, then it's time to say goodbye. This is Lisa sharing life stories with you. I love you guys. I want to hear from you. Give me a like and a thumbs up. God bless you all. Don't beat yourselves up about weirdo families at Christmas time.